Hey loggers, once again I am grateful for your support. The 50 subscribers special is online. You should check it out on my channel. Without further ado, please subscribe and help me reach 500 subscribers. Together we can reach this goal and build a wonderful community together. Long story short, let's dive into today's story. Hey guys, I moved into a new apartment about a week and a half ago. Nothing fancy, just a quiet one-bedroom on the top floor of a 3-story building. Pretty old place, but it's clean, has character, and the rent is surprisingly decent for what I'm getting. I've been settling in slowly, still living out of a few boxes, trying to figure out where things go. It's been fine, I guess, except for the pets. The very first night, they were acting weird. I've got a cat and a small dog, both usually pretty relaxed and used to moving. They've handled other apartments without a single issue. But that night, it was different. My cat kept staring into the same 2 corners of the living room. Not just looking, staring, frozen. Her eyes would lock in and her ears would slowly turn like she was listening to something. Occasionally she'd let out that low, guttural growl, the kind she usually makes at bugs she can't catch. But there was nothing there. No bugs. No sounds. My dog wouldn't leave the front door. Just sat there, completely alert, ears forward, head slightly tilted. At one point, he turned around and looked directly down the dark hallway, the one that leads to the bedroom and bathroom. I hadn't unpacked any lamps in there yet, so it was pitch black. He started lowly whining, just this quiet, barely audible sound. Not scared, just tense, focused, like he was waiting for something. I ended up closing the hallway door that night. I don't know why. I just didn't like how he kept looking at it. The rest of the week, totally normal. Pets calmed down, I unpacked a bit more, got back into my routine. I figured it was just new territory and unfamiliar smells. Animals notice stuff we don't, right? But even after they settled, I couldn't shake that feeling from the first night. That specific tension, like something was off, subtle, not loud. Not dramatic, but present. So 2 nights ago, I set up my phone to record overnight. I figured I'd catch a few hours of stillness, confirm that nothing weird was happening, and put my mind at ease. I didn't expect to catch anything. Definitely not what I caught. I went to bed around midnight. Before I did, I made sure the hallway door was shut tight, not just closed, latched. I even stacked 2 small moving boxes in front of it, partly out of paranoia, partly because I was out of space. The next morning, I checked the recording. Everything looked normal at first. For hours, nothing moved. My pets slept on the couch. The apartment was quiet. Then at 3:17 a.m., there's this brief glitch in the footage. It lasts less than a second, just enough to notice a flicker of static and a sound, like distant scraping or dragging. I had to replay it 4 times just to be sure it wasn't my imagination. When the video comes back, the hallway door is wide open. Boxes untouched, door fully open. Now, this isn't a door that swings. It clicks shut, You have to pull it to open it again. And the AC wasn't on. There's no draft in that part of the apartment. I even tried recreating it later. It wouldn't budge unless I physically opened it. And that's not the worst part. Right after the door opens, my dog, who had been sleeping at the edge of the bed, gets up and slowly walks toward the hallway. Not cautiously, not excitedly, just calmly, like he knew exactly where he was going. He stops right at the threshold where the hallway begins and just sits. He stays there for over 10 minutes, completely silent, staring into the dark. At one point, he lifts his paw like he's about to step forward, but then stops, slowly backs up and returns to the couch. He never looks at the camera. I don't know what to make of it. The door shouldn't have opened. I was the only one here. I live alone. No roommates. No neighbors with keys. No pets capable of manipulating a doorknob and moving a box without shifting it. And the glitch. I keep going back to that moment. It doesn't feel like a tech issue. It feels intentional. Like something didn't want to be seen on camera. I've set the phone to record again tonight. I'm also plugging in a second angle just in case. I don't know if it'll catch anything or if I'll just drive myself nuts looking for shadows. But I swear, when I stood in the hallway this morning and looked toward the door, it felt cold. Not a draft, not bad insulation. Cold. Like I had walked into something that didn't want me there. That's all I've got for now. I'll post again if anything else happens. But if anyone's experienced something like this after moving into a new place, let me know. Because this doesn't feel like just a weird, creaky apartment. This feels like something I wasn't supposed to find, want the next chapter to escalate, or stay subtle. I can keep it grounded with light phenomena, or start letting the entity show itself piece by piece. Perfect. Here's part 2, continuing right from the tone and pacing of part 1. It builds slowly, staying grounded and unsettling, but avoids jumping into anything too over the top. The story feels like it could still be explainable. Almost. So, I said I'd record again, and I did. 2 angles this time. One in the living room pointed toward the hallway door, and the other in the bedroom just aimed at me sleeping. Basic phone setup. Nothing fancy. I went to bed early, around 11. Same routine. Lights out, hallway door latched and shut tight. Boxes still in front of it. The night felt normal. No weird vibes. No pets acting up. In fact, the apartment was silent. Like, unusually silent. Normally, I hear some creaking at night. Maybe the fridge kicks on, or traffic outside. But this time I remember lying there before falling asleep and thinking how still it was. Like the air felt heavier. The next morning, I checked both recordings. Bedroom cam? Nothing. Just me tossing a couple times. Totally normal. But the living room one, yeah, that's where it got strange. At 3:14 a.m., the footage gets a little blurry. Not a glitch this time, just out of focus for no reason. It lasts maybe 10 seconds. When it clears, the hallway door is still shut. Everything looks untouched. Then my cat walks into frame. She sits near the boxes and stares at the door for over 5 minutes. She doesn't meow, doesn't paw at it, just watches it like she's waiting for it to do something. And then she flinches, like she got spooked. Her ears go flat and she bolts out of frame. But the door doesn't open. Nothing moves. Just her reacting to something. There's one more thing, and this part I really don't have an explanation for. Around 4:06 a.m., after nothing else happens for almost an hour, there's a soft sound on the audio. Kind of like a tap, like someone gently knocking on wood. 3 taps, evenly spaced, not loud, not aggressive, just intentional. I played it back with headphones on and still couldn't figure out exactly where it came from. It doesn't sound like the hallway door. More like it's closer to the mic. Maybe something tapping on the floor or the side of the wall. I checked the hallway this morning and the door was still shut. Same position. Boxes still there. But now I'm noticing something else. The hallway door's paint, near the top right corner, has this faint mark I swear wasn't there before. It looks like a small scuff, but it's oddly clean, almost like a fingerprint. Not human-sized though. It's longer. Probably nothing. Probably just me being overly aware now. But still, I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'm trying not to be that guy who moves into a new place and starts claiming it's haunted because a door moved and his cat got dramatic. But there's something about how quiet it gets at night, like the place is holding its breath. I've got one more camera coming in the mail, a motion-activated one with night vision. Not because I think I need it, but because I'm starting to want more than just a phone angle. I don't know what I'm looking for. I just know something doesn't feel right. And if I'm being honest, part of me is starting to feel like I'm being tested. Like something's trying to see how far it can go before I notice. Let me know if anyone's seen stuff like this, especially the knocking. I'm not ruling out animals in the walls or weird apartment quirks yet, but I'm paying attention now, more than ever.